Huskies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
We got this.
We go! 10-2, sir.
You can't block me.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54. Mike 54. Mike.
Clock now on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 31. Check 31.
Blue draw quarters. Hey, exit.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming up to you.
Go.
Throwing now is Locke. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Let it.
Mike's my board.
Hey, orbit.
Ariana. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run it with Johnson. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. David Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Run. Hurry.
57, Mike 57.
Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
51. Hey, Echo.
I got you.
Regular. Under crunch.
Shit.
Point it right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
53 to Mike. 53 to
Hurry. Hey, alert.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's make these big.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
On the set.
Mike's 5-4.
Go. Yes.
Hey, one set.
Bravo.
Mike, 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, hit it.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. David Johnson here on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch 54. Here we go, G. Here I come.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Delta. Ready to go. Let's go.
On play action, Lock. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An update now from Oakland. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Five. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Right here.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Myles Garrett. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hurry. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, we're 33.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check three. 6. Get up.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That good for 19 on a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Kill.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Push him back.
Now Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. David Johnson with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
65, 65, 65, 36.
I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Bring it. Shift, shift. Hey. Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 60 or.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike's fine.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's fine.
Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft. His teammate T.J. Hawkinson, 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. Now attempt carry for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, son.
Hey, Team 6, Team 6.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. This one complete to Smallwood. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by McManus is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Haywood.
55. Hey, eat. Watch the run. Jim. Check 13. Check 13.
Up.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
King. Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
Hey.
Watch the slant. Check.
49. Check 49.
From the 24, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, alert 33.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 26. Check 26. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
Up, left.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, exit.
Mike 50.
Hurry, hurry.
Hey, defense.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Fresno.
Check one.
From the gun, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Get it.
From the gun, it's Locke. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Miles